Hello everybody, Dylan here. Now, in the last video I asked you guys what you wanted to see more of, and you guys said bad creepypastas, aka Crappypasta. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Today we are gonna be reading a Crappypasta called Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Gone Wrong. So, let's read this right now on DHT. One day I was going through my attic and found an old Sega Genesis. No, you are not mistaken. This wasn't a creepypasta I read before. They just all happened to start off like this. I was sitting there, remembering all the fun I used to have with it. You and the other 7 creepypasta writers. I looked to see if I had any game. I didn't. That's not how you spell didn't. So I decided to go to my local game store called Just Press Play. I don't know if this place exists. I'm gonna assume it doesn't. If it does, you can bitch at me in the comments section. I found a copy of Sonic 2. Okay, wonderful. I bought a copy of the cartridge for $1.99. That's not how you write $1.99. I went home and started the game. The Sega logo came up and the voice said Sega, but it sounded deep and demonic. The title screen came up and it was just a horrible looking Sonic was smiling with the mountains slowly crumbling in the background. I pressed start and the level Emerald Hill Zone appeared. Well, it'd be weird if it didn't, seeing how you're playing Sonic 2. But may I say, Sega must have been retarded because they spelt emerald wrong. And the sky was pitch black. Then the red pixels started to fall from the sky. It looked like blood. One landed in front of Sonic and the red pixels started everywhere. It looked horrifying. I began to move Sonic. Then I realized, where's Tails? That's not how you spell where, that's how you spell werehog. I have to know this because people bitch at me in the comments about it. I went through the level normally. Then I saw Tails with spikes through his heart. Glad you can tell that with the 16-bit graphics. And then in the background I heard Dr. Robotnik laughing. It's Dr. Eggman now. All of a sudden the spikes fell and killed Sonic with blue going everywhere. Blue going everywhere. Did you even fucking read the story? Blue? Then I was spawned in Chemical Plant Zone with the chemicals surrounding Sonic. Sonic drowning and he flew out of the chemicals and hit the ground coughing up blood. And he said, "You did this to me," and died. I don't see how the player did this to him. All this shit just happened because of cutscenes. If the player actually sucked at the game, I could understand this, but the player had no input. So Eggman did this to you. The shitty game did this to you. The author did this to you, but not the player. At this point, I ripped out the cartridge, wonderful way of spelling cartridge by the way, and burned it. End. What a lovely ending. Well, what can I say about this game besides the fact that it's short, simple, and it gets directly to the point. It's very shitty. It's full of cliches. The spelling is absolutely horrible. There's a moment where I paused because instead of just putting the number 2, he spelt out 2. Like, his writing is lazy in every other part, but he decided to spell out the number 2, so it just threw me off altogether. Besides that, most of the time he couldn't even fucking spell to save his life. This story was terrible. I've read 100 different stories just like it, and I really hope that the next time I read a story, it's at least more original than this. This is just a rehash of everything else I've read thus far. So yeah, this story can go fuck itself. I hated it. It was terrible. But you guys hopefully liked it. If you did like it, hit the like button. If you really like this story, then hit the share button. And if you want to see more readings like this, remember to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.